So, hello, welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna be building a clone. Actually, we're gonna build a KLON CENTAUR. But it's gonna be a clone because it's a kit. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, it's not one of those clones that you've seen on eBay a lot. The kit was about 20 bucks, give or take. Which means that it's around half of what those kits that you find on eBay cost. I think you guys know sort of what kind of kit I mean. I'm gonna put a picture up now that shows you what I mean, but that's not what we're gonna build. We're gonna build this because I've seen too many videos of people building those kits, so I don't think I have to build one of those. I don't have an original KLON CENTAUR, which makes me sad because then I could sell it for a lot of money. No, but so I'm not going to be able to compare this to anything. Basically, what we're going to do is just see if this is a neat kit to build, and then we're going to see if it sounds nice. In this video, we're just going to put the kit together and, you know, look at that part of it. We're going to sound test it because we got to do that. I think that the reason why the KLON CENTAUR is so popular is because of the way the case look. I don't think actually I think everyone is just, you know, listening with their eyes, basically. So we're gonna make an interesting box for it, but you'll have to wait until the next video for that. Right now, we're gonna put the kit together, and we're gonna start off by opening the box and taking a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's the box. This is one of the reasons why I think this is a smaller company, because you don't really get any of those fancy things. You just get a box like this. Obviously it comes wrapped in the mail to protect it, but you don't get any fancy lettering or anything, which, I mean, I obviously don't mind that because I'm all about what's inside here. But they are more of a you have to put things together yourself than some other kits are more easy because they're like, they tell you every step. Here you have to figure stuff out a little bit more. So anyway, let's open the box and see what's inside. So it opens just like that, and first we have a card that I hope you can see. And what this basically is it's tells you the web page. And also there are color codes. So if you don't have a multimeter, which I have, and that's what I'm going to use because I think it's a lot easier, you can see the resistance rings, which I hope you can see. And you can just use this chart to figure out the values of your resistors, basically. But we're not going to use this right now because I have a multimeter. And if you don't have a multimeter, I think you should buy one, because if you're gonna build guitars or make pedals or make amps, which are all fun things that I'm gonna do, and I hope you're gonna do too, then that's a very good investment. They don't cost a lot of money, and I've had mine for years, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and you're gonna regret not buying one. So it's a very good investment. The first thing here is a bag, and it has a bunch of parts in it. We'll open this up and take a closer look. Secondly, we have the switch. Feels like it's a regular nice switch. It has a good pop to it. I think it's going to be adequate. Then we have wires, and this is what I mean with this kit not being as easy as some other kits are, because basically this is just you know, you have to like cut the wires and you have to pull them off, you know, and it's not like it's hard, but you have to do it yourself. Some other kits, everything comes basically ready to go and you have to just solder things in place. Here you have to put a little bit more work into things, which is fine. It's not so much more work that it's, you know, impossible. You get one of these little rings. That is just, you know, you clamp your wire in here and you can ground it. But we're gonna have to look and see in the description what we're supposed to ground this to. So, but the way it looks, I assume it's one of the output jacks or input jacks. Then we get a little bag with some knobs. We're not going to use these knobs, but we'll take a look anyway and see if they have some sort of, you know, if there's something wrong with them or anything. And I can't really say that I see anything really wrong with them. Their plastic mold has a bit of scuff still on them, which I don't think you're going to be able to see. You can see it right there. There's a little nib that hasn't been cut down, but you can just take a razor blade like this and you can just cut it off yourself, so it's definitely not a big deal. You see? And that's just, you know, from the molding of the knob. You just don't want the knob to catch anything once it's on the pedal. But anyway, we're not going to use these knobs because I have special knobs for the special enclosure that we're going to make later. So, but these are definitely usable, or at least I think. Anyway, then we have a power jack, basically where you plug in the pedal to get some electricity into it. This is a very standard plug. They come with basically all kits, and you can buy them at the electrical store. There is nothing special with these. This one looks like it's supposed to be functioning. We'll see later on if it does. I would be surprised if there was anything wrong with it, because it looked, yeah, it just looked the way it's supposed to look. Then we have a 10K pot. Feels a little bit hard to turn, but I don't know, not super difficult. I think if I turn this around a couple of times like this, it's gonna loosen up a little bit. But yeah, that seems to be regular, nice quality. Doesn't seem like it's overly good quality, but doesn't seem like it's, you know, bad quality either. Probably gonna function just fine. Then we have another pot here with a 10K. One of them is a linear and the other one is audio taper. So they're basically just, you know, you can, and they also, which I see now, are one have these legs and one have these legs. So it's going to be interesting to see why that is, if that matters. I don't think it will. And then we have the last pot, which is a double-legged pot. And if you guys know anything about the KLON, which I think you do, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, you know that that's one of the things that makes the KLON special, that it has a... Oh, this was really hard to turn, actually. So we'll see if it loosens up a little bit. But yeah, you know, the KLON is basically known for having one of these in its circuit, and that makes it a little bit different from all the other ones. And this is 100K, so I don't know if those are the values in the originals. If you know anything about the KLON, you know, in more details, like what values the pots are, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm actually really interested in that. But I don't know, since I don't have one, I don't know. Anyway, and then we have two of these, which are, you know, standard, nicer quality output jacks or input jacks, depending on which one goes where. And it seems to be, you know, these are definitely nicer quality than the ones I've gotten in other kits that I've bought. And since this is a kit for only, like, I think it's 25 euros, and yeah, so, you know, something along those lines. it's not that expensive. So yeah, it's nice that we're getting these that are really they're not the absolute best ones, but they are at least a little bit better qualities than the one you usually get when you buy kits. So that's nice. All in all, I think this is a really nice kit. Let's open up the bag and see what we get in the electronics, and see if there's anything really special in there. We're not gonna go through all the parts in super detail, because that seems a little bit over excessive. So we can start off with these. I hope you can see that these are probably like the op amps. It's really nice that you get this little what's the English word, or the Spanish word? If you know that, let me know. You get these little houses for them, so you can solder these in place instead of the actual op amps, and you can then switch them out if you want to find something even nicer, which maybe we'll make a video doing that. That could be cool. I don't know. And you also don't have to worry about, you know, overheating them or something like that. So that's nice. You get these. Makes the whole thing a little bit more. That makes it better, basically. Okay. Then you get a bunch of different parts. And we're gonna go through this more when we actually put it together, so don't worry. They seem to be just, you know, overlooking them, like they are very standard. There's nothing really special about these. This is, you know, what you get when you go to the electronics store and you buy a bulk. You know, it's not, I don't know. I can't really say that there is anything about these that are like special. They are probably, they're not going to be bad. They're not going to be, you know, like, they're going to function well. They're just going to, you know, we're going to put this together and this kit is going to work, is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be like broken. These are all standard. They're probably going to be good, or at least adequate. So yeah, that's just a very quick overglance, I know, but I just feel like going into like trying to figure out what parts are the best quality parts that you can get and all that is maybe, you know, a video for another time. Otherwise, this video is going to be like 16 hours long, and sure, it's fun and interesting, but I don't think anyone will want to watch a 16-hour video of me ranting about what type of capacitor or what brand is the best, when, you know, to be perfectly honest, I mean, you can argue with me if you wanna, but I really don't think it matters. You know, yeah, sure, buy quality if you can, but, you know, don't let it be such a big thing that you can't even start making stuff, because then, you know, you've lost everything in the process of doing it the right way or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, here's the board. We're going to take an even closer look at this, because this is the most important part. This is where everything gets stuck. But it looks nice. I don't see any breakage or anything looking, you know, off. Obviously, this is just a first glance. There could be like a problem with how the holes are made or something that I can't see before I try the pedal out. But I mean, if something is wrong, we'll get to that once we sound test it. But yeah, it looks nice. There is no real, I can't see anything that is really wrong with it. Everything looks the way it's supposed to do, which is awesome. And yeah, so now we're gonna start putting the pieces in. Yes, and obviously we're gonna need our instructions that we've printed out. So, I mean, that's the pedal basically. I haven't fiddled around with it enough. It's kind of hard when there are no enclosure to hold the pedal basically. But I think it sounds kind of cool. I don't know if it sounds like as good as some of the pedals you can buy that are clones of the klone, but I mean, it felt like a really solid build. I didn't feel like any parts except for the one that was missing, which is, a bummer, but I didn't try contacting them, to be fair, so maybe they would have, they probably would have sent a new part. But otherwise, it seemed like a really nice kit, from what I can tell. I don't know what my thoughts of the klone really is. I feel like it's for the people who have found the clean tone that they really like and that they are like happy with, and they are just like, well, now I have to redo everything because I want to find my dirty channel, and that this can basically solve it because it is very transparent, at least I think, especially when you play around with it more. I don't know if it comes across as well in the video, but sitting here doing it with the amp next to me, it feels like it's very transparent. So I get that thing. And at first that was kind of weird, I must say, because it's so not used to that. I have a couple of other pedals that are supposed to be distortion or overdrive pedals, but they boost the signals. You get more mids and things like that, and I think it's going to take some getting used to. But I'm going to continue playing it, and of course we have to make an enclosure for it, so that's coming up. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any suggestions for klone pedals that I should check out, write a comment below about your favorite one. I would appreciate that. That's cool. I really feel like I should try to get more into this whole circuit now, because this is a strange pedal, and having played it for a bit now, and I'm going to continue playing it after this video because I kind of want to wrap my head around it. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so we're going to call it for now. See you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching and all that good. Stay awesome and cool, and go play your guitar.